Well, Phil came up with the title. You know, we weren't really sure what to call it. You know, we didn't want to just call it Def Leppard with the Royal Philharmonic. We would have that on the sleeve to explain it, but we wanted to give it its own identity. And I don't know how long Phil thought about the title before he suggested it to us, but it was only a couple of days after we were thinking, oh, okay, we need a title for the album. And Phil emailed everyone and just said, how about Drastic Symphonies? And he got an absolute thumbs up from everyone. I thought it was fantastic when I first saw it. When I first heard it, first of all, it sounds good when you say it. Secondly, in my mind, it was going to look good when you read it. And it says exactly what it is. These are drastic reworks of the original songs. And the one thing from a musical point of view that I've been saying since this first came on, we got all excited about doing it. I said, my dream is that when we finish the last song, that the entire record sounds like James Bond. I wanted it to have that drama, the same drama that the Chris Cornell song had, the same drama that Goldfinger had. You know, all these classical James Bond car chase themes that John Barry was involved in, they all had massive drama, and I was really pleased when I listened back to the album a couple of times after it was finished, and I remember emailing everyone going, job done, it sounds like a James Bond theme, the entire record. No more so than, say, Switch 625, which is the oldest track on there, it's an instrumental. But the work that Eric did to make that song sound different to the record, but at the same time, it still has all the original ingredients. The strings on Switch 625 are just mind-blowing, and it definitely sounds like a car chase in a James Bond film. That's what took the whole record to sound like. So the title Drastic Symphonies was perfect when Phil suggested it. And the artwork, this is the way we like to work. We don't sit around with paper and pen drawing things up to show each other. We work with a really great bunch of people. In the past, we've worked with Andy Airfix from Satori, who did the album covers for Pyromania, Hysteria and Adrenalize. We worked with Storm Kirkson from Hypnosis on High and Dry. We've worked with some really great people. And when we started working on the artwork for Diamond Star Halos, and because we were signed with Universal, they just made the suggestion. It's like, would you be interested in letting our art department come up with some suggestions? We said absolutely, and we were working directly with a lady called Ellen, and she was in charge of coming up with all this stuff, and she just absolutely nailed it. I mean, we still to this day, I think Diamond Star Halo is one of the best sleeves we've ever done. It's a classic 70s looking album cover for an album that sounds like classic 70s music to me. So our relationship with Ellen was nailed down on that particular project. And when it came to Drastic Symphonies, she just thought like we did. She went, oh my God, I can see things in my head already how we should do this. And I love the fact that for the album cover, what they did is they found an old derelict mansion in Lincolnshire in England. You know, it was the juxtaposition of the two different emotions together in the one image. What you have is this really old, dusty, broken staircase landing of a mansion with this huge big window that's letting all this light in, highlighting the devastation within the building. And you know, you've got broken instruments, and you've got these old mannequins in there, which kind of represents death or represents kind of a ghostly past, if you like. It's the building does, but at the same time, you've got new and bright light shining in through the window, which is kind of like what the project is. It's a new light being shone on some old work, and it's just a beautiful metaphor for what's inside the record. And of course, while they were filming all the shots for the artwork for the album, they were also filming video footage of it moving, so that we had it we had it stockpiled for any videos that we might want to make, so that we had a moving version of the album cover. And, you know, and we were projecting live performances of the band onto the mannequins, live performances of the band onto the walls of this building. And so it's very eerie. It's like a daytime horror film. It's not scary because it's dark and it's nighttime. It's just got an eeriness to it. I wouldn't say scary, but it's eerie. And that's like a magical mystique, and it just adds drama and drastic drama. The music is dramatic. We wanted the sleeve to reflect that.